Today we are going to discuss the psychosocial aspects in our school. It's another major topic in school administration. When you hear about psychosocial aspects, what all things come to your mind? Yes, psychosocial aspect means the psychological and social dimension of the school environment that can influence students' well-being, behavior, and development. It gives a wide range of factors that contribute to the overall social and emotional climate within a school. Psychological safety is important as that of physical safety. In earlier class, we discussed detail about the physical safety, what all things we have to take care in our school. Today we are going to discuss about the psychological factors or psychological safety in a school. The chronic pattern of psychosocial maltreatment it destroys a child's sense of self and personal safety. Children who are victim of violence or witness violence they show symptoms of post-traumatic stress disorder. Who children who face violence or who see violence or bullying or punishment, severe punishment, they show they won't, they will go to a traumatic condition that is PTSD, post traumatic stress disorder. It will affect the entire life. School should provide the right ambience to the students to develop and enrich talents to facilitate the total development of personality. So, as a teacher, it's our responsibility, it's our duty to keep them safe physically as well as mentally or psychologically. Coming to first type of punishment, that is corporal punishment. Have you heard about corporal punishment? Okay, I know that you have heard about punishment. The use of physical force of punishment to discipline students. It has been a subject of controversy with varying opinions on its effectiveness, ethics. It have different arguments in different cultures, potential negative consequences. There are different types of corporal punishment, that is physical punishment, mental harassment, and discrimination. Coming to physical punishment, you know that physical punishment means any action that may cause pain, injury, and discomfort to a child. That is physically harming a child with hand, cane, or stick, making them in uncomfortable position, standing on a bench, holding ears through legs. These things, this physical punishment, it is visible, it has a proof. And coming to the mental harassment, it is a non-physical treatment. It's not visible, it do not have any proof. It is detrimental to psychological well-being of a child, like calling names, insulting children in front of their friends, scolding using humiliating adjectives. It comes under mental harassment. The next type of corporal punishment is discrimination. In this, teachers or school staff they show partiality to students, assigning different duties, seating based on caste, community, or gender, or their ability according to their ability or disability. And also, they will show prejudiced view and behavior towards a child because of their caste, gender, occupational, financial status, region, religion, disadvantaged groups, or weaker sections. Commenting on academic ability based on their caste and community, denying midday meal or library books, sports facilities, or any other facilities in a school. These all things have negative impact on the child's life or anyone's life. It will lead to a traumatic condition in the future life. Coming to next part, that is bullying. Bullying or ragging. It is the aggressive behavior characterized by repeated harm or intimidation. When we say about corporal punishment, we can see it in teacher-student relationship. And bullying, intimidation, isolation, all things we can see among students. Creates an environment that is detrimental to the well-being and development of young individuals, young children. It can manifest in various forms including physical bullying, verbal bullying, then social bullying, and also cyberbullying. It involves a power imbalance with the person engaging in bullying behavior exerting control and dominance over the victim. Coming to the causes of bullying, we said about power imbalance. It arises from a perceived power imbalance where the aggressor exerts control over the victim. The victim will be from a weaker section. Then comes social dynamics, peer pressure, social hierarchies, and the desire for social acceptance also will be a cause of bullying. And comes family environment. Yes, family is an important factor developing or molding a child's behavior, right? Home environment that lack support, warmth, or proper guidance can influence a child's behavior at school. Then, cyberbullying. The rise of technology has given bullies new platforms to harass and intimidate their peers online. There are different types of bullying: verbal bullying, physical, social, and cyberbullying. Under verbal bullying, insults, teasing, hurtful language aimed at belittling the victim. Physical bullying, it comes the direct physical harm or aggressive behavior such as hitting, kicking, or pushing. Coming to social bullying, it is a spreading rumors or gossips or exclusion to damage a person's social standing. Harassment through digital means, including social media, messaging, or online platforms, comes under cyber bullying. What are the effects of bullying? Yes, it have emotional impact. Victims often experience anxiety, depression, low self-esteem, and a sense of isolation. It also adversely affects a student's academic performance and attendance. And it also has long-term consequence, like psychological impact of bullying. It persists into a person's adulthood, influencing relationship issues, mental health factors. How can we prevent bullying? We can implement anti bullying programs that promote awareness, empathy, and conflict resolution. We can give awareness classes to our children to prevent bullying. Education and awareness, providing information to students, teachers, parents about the consequence of bullying and the importance of intervention. We can establish system for reporting and addressing incidents of bullying promptly. We can check a team and give a support system like anti-bullying committee in our school. And also we can offer counseling and support service for both victims and preparators to address underlying issues, any issues on a school. What all legal policies and measures can we undertake for bullying? We have anti-bullying laws to enforce and strengthen the laws that address bullying, ensuring the consequence of perpetrators. They have school policies developing and implementing clear school policies against bullying, outlining the disciplinary measures for offenders. Next one is intimidation. Any behavior or action that creates fear, distress, or a sense of threat in students, affecting and they will affect the overall well-being and the learning environment. It may involve peers, educators, or other individuals within the school community. The experience of students being intentionally separated or excluded from social interactions within the school community is isolating them from a society or from a group. It can have significant negative effects on students' well being, emotional health, and academic performance. And what are the causes of isolation? Like bullying, students may be isolated as a result of bullying, harassment, or social exclusion by their peers. When there is an individual difference in appearance or abilities, interests, or cultural background, any student can be isolated from the group. A student who face academic challenges may also experience social isolation as a consequence of perceived difference in intellectual abilities. Any student with behavioral changes, they also may face social exclusion due to disciplinary actions or difficulties in forming positive relationships. Coming to another factor or another topic in the psychosocial aspects, that is abuse. Various forms of mistreatment or harm inflicted upon students by school staff, peers, or others within the school environment refers to abuse. There are different types of abuse: physical abuse, verbal abuse, mental abuse, or emotional abuse. The use of physical force that results in bodily injury, physical injury, pain, or impairment. It may include hitting, slapping, pushing, or other forms of physical violence. Coming to the verbal abuse, it consists of using words or language to humiliate or threaten students. Verbal abuse can include insult or yelling other forms of verbal aggression. Emotional abuse involves behavioral or actions that undermine a student's emotional well-being, self or reduce self-esteem or sense of security. It may include constant criticism, manipulation, isolation, or threat of harm. Neglect is also another type of abuse. It may involve failure to provide adequate supervision, nutrition, medical care, or emotional support of a child. Next comes sexual abuse. It's any form of sexual exploitation, harassment, or assault against students by school staff or from peers or others in positions of authority. and it includes unwanted touching, sexual comments, or assault. What are the effects of abuse? Like bullying and corporal punishment, it also have abuse also have effects like physical consequences, psychological impact, academic performance, long-term trauma. Physical consequences result in injuries, pain, or long-term health issues for victims. They have psychological effects on students, including anxiety, depression, post traumatic stress disorder, then low confidence, then difficulty forming trusting relationship. They also may struggle academically due to emotional distress, lack of concentration, or absenteeism. It also have long-term trauma and it will persist into adulthood, impacting individuals' mental health, relationship with others, and overall well-being of a person. How can we prevent abuse? We can create safe environment in our school, right? We can educate and give awareness classes, providing training and education for school staff, students, parents on recognizing signs of abuse and how to report concerns to the school management or school authority. We can implement clear and accessible reporting mechanism for students and staff to report incidents of abuse confidentially and without fear. We can offer counseling, support groups, and other resources for students who have experienced abuse to address trauma and promote healing. We can select employees. We can take care why selection. And we can also give policies regarding employees in respect of CSA, that is Committee for Child Sexual Abuse. Then positive engagement with children. Conduct. Coming to the selection of employees, we have to ensure police verification of school employees and connected staff. And also we have to take care about the temporaries or uh, temporary staff or staff those who are working in contract basis. Candidate with any criminal record of sexual or physical violence against children should not be recruited in our school. Newly selected candidates must provide a signed affidavit that they have not been accused of offense under the POCSO Act. We have to ensure at least half of the total number of teaching staff is female. We should respect the dignity and privacy of the child. Grievance committee for child sexual abuse should be formed at school like committee or anti-bullying committee. We have to take zero tolerance policy towards the sexual abuse of students. All children must be escorted during travel for school outings. Female teachers must present if any girl student is present. We have to be strict on policy measures. Coming to the conduct, we have to prevent contact between the child and the offender until the investigation has taken place. Do not talk to the offender in front of the child as it may lower the confidence of the child. Don't blame the child. We have to give support and reassurance and respond to the child's concerns or feelings, give support system, respect the child's privacy, don't share confidential things to others. Make sure that all children are given proper information on personal safety. Then we have to give identity of victim and it shall be strictly maintained with confidentiality. These are the psychosocial aspects. These things we have to take care that to prevent bullying, then abuse. We have to take care of. We have to prevent these things in our school. If these things are taking part, we have to be strict in giving policies. We have to support our students, take care of them. These things are coming under the psychosocial aspects in our school. Thank you.